Welcome to Sacred Geometry Academy with me, Scott Randolph Onstadt. What you're looking at isn't just a website, it's a map for the human bridge, a way to navigate the tension between the world we are building and the world we actually want to inhabit. In a moment, I'm going to read through a single page of the Academy legend with you, and I'll be adding some of my composer's commentary along the way, meta commentary about my philosophy and worldview and how I arrived at it. This is an invitation to join me at a depth that brevity cannot reach. If you feel the urge to rush or skip ahead, I invite you to breathe and try to stay a while longer. I will strive to keep both hemispheres of your mind engaged with word and image. Let's get stuck into the map and begin to navigate the inner territory. So today I'm going to talk about the 33 raptors. This is the symbol on the right column, the Corinthian column in the middle. It's how we transcend the master key. I'll tap that icon, and that takes us right here to the Y33 page. I believe the number 33 represents the master key. It is the final note in the symphony that turns a collection of stanzas into a living, breathing, complete whole. It is the quality of reaching the limit of one range of experience at 32 and successfully transitioning into the next at 33. This is the 32 plus 1 pattern. 33 in my life. The number 33 has been woven into the fabric of my life, mind, and soul for as long as I can remember. My journey began at 33 degrees, 30 minutes north latitude, the coordinates of my birth. Later, I attended high school at 33333 Golden Lantern in Dana Point, California, an address that still stands as a sentinel of this recurring signature. This numerical thread took on a deeply personal and physical dimension during my childhood. As a young triple amputee, my mobility was made possible by the Shriners, who generously provided several sets of my artificial limbs. At the time, membership in the Shriners required reaching the 33rd degree of the Scottish Rite, the pinnacle of the Masonic pyramid. While I am not and never was a Freemason, I carry a profound gratitude for this brotherhood. They supported my parents when the financial burden of providing 3 new artificial limbs every year for a growing child seemed insurmountable. There is a poetic irony in my name, Scott, and my 50% Scottish DNA, echoing the Scottish Rite that funded my ability to walk. The most pivotal 33 occurred in 2003 when my wife and I emigrated from the United States to a remote island in British Columbia. We were both 32 years old when we crossed the border, turning 33 during our first year in our new home. It was our own personal 32 plus 1 transition, reaching escape velocity from the country of our births, in my busy San Francisco professional life, to settle in a new way of life on a remote island with 3 orders of magnitude fewer people. It's been worth it for us to forego earning more money in exchange for more time, and this has afforded me tremendous creative freedom. Just last week, at the beginning of 2026, it was truly staggering for me to witness the 32 plus 1 core pattern play out in my life, manifesting so explicitly within the narrative architecture of the gripping Fallout show on Amazon Prime. Spoiler alert. Seeing Vault 32 designated as a genetically selected breeding pool, specifically to serve the top executives of Vault 33, creates a profound and unexpected resonance. The revelation that these leaders were actually frozen for hundreds of years in the adjacent Vault 31, only to be thawed out and inserted into Vault 33 under the guise of being from Vault 32, adds a chilling layer of precision to this particular application of the pattern. Vault 33, where the protagonist was raised, acts as the signature point of oversight and direction. While the 32 plus 1 ratio is a fundamental geometry I've observed in many contexts, seeing it utilized here to organize a clearly dystopic but supposedly perfected human hierarchy and a cycle of elite leadership in the wasteland was a surreal moment of recognition that goes far beyond my own life. The writers of Fallout aren't just choosing random numbers, they are tapping into the same deep harmonic I explained below. The signature of 33 is not reserved for high-concept streaming fiction or the rights of societies with secrets. The master key is an intelligible principle, not a sacred preference. It operates with equal precision in the profane world of commerce, often without the participants even realizing it. Whether we are navigating the invisible archetypes of the soul or the hyper-material architecture of high-stakes real estate, the controlling geometry remains the same. The pattern works underneath the surface, sometimes mysteriously organizing the flow of capital and status, just as it organizes the flow of consciousness. We see this manifested explicitly in the following clip from Amazon Prime, reality series Lux Listing Sydney, hosted by a breakout star. Recent press coverage identifies that the star, Gavin Rubinstein, was operating at the height of his Lux fame and making the transition into his own firm during his 33rd year. The 33rd year often marks the exact threshold of the transition from hardworking adept to a master. So here's this embedded video where Gavin takes us on a tour of the Fallout kind of Vault 33. It's fascinating. I'll leave that to you to watch. The master key is best experienced in my novels. I've never explained the profound logos of the master key 33 more clearly or with more pathos than within the pages of my novel, The Algorithmic Tide, and across the full arc of that epic saga. To understand the depth of this signature, a little backstory is essential. Cale, the protagonist of the Calian Chronicle, has walked the earth for 5,000 years. He is a man living a life 100 times longer than a standard human span. Yet he is intimately shaped by the same patterns I discovered in my own life. Cale is a triple amputee, a detail drawn directly from my own life, and he leads a secret society known as the Cartographers. He maintains this fellowship at a constant, resonant crew of exactly 33 members. When a member retires, falls in action, or departs, a new recruit is sought with exhaustive effort to ensure that the harmonic of the group remains unbroken. In Chapter 39 of The Algorithmic Tide, Cale, operating under the persona of Dr. Finch, reveals that the number 33 is far more than a digit. It is a deep harmonic of the universe, a recurring signature marking the intersection of physical law, human consciousness, and spiritual transcendence. Central to his revelation is the 32 plus 1 pattern, the principle that 32 represents a state of foundational completion, while he acts as the 33rd element, the wise, transformative alchemist, sometimes having that ineffable spark of inspiration at the threshold that launches the system into a higher state of being. Here is an executive summary of the golden nuggets explored in that chapter. Number 1. The foundational map and the threshold of transcendence. I'm going to dive into this in the next video, so I'll see you there.